Hello and welcome to Newshour. It's coming to you live from the BBC World Service studios in London. I'm Tim Franks. Our top story today is the finding by the European Court of Human Rights that Russia mishandled the siege of the school in Beslan, which led to more than 300 people losing their lives. Also on the programme, the Syrian president hits back at claims that his forces were behind last week's chemical attack.
We don't have any chemical weapons. We gave up our arsenal a few years ago. Even if we have them, we wouldn't use them, and we had never used our chemical arsenal in our history.
And we'll find out about a new invention that can apparently draw water out of thin air.
Almost 1/3 of the world population live in water-stressed regions. We think that this device is a major breakthrough. The device itself that extracts the water from the atmosphere runs on sunlight, does not require any additional power input.
A remarkable piece of scientific research in just under 20 minutes. We'll begin the programme by returning to the start of the school year in September 2004 in the town of Beslan in North Ossetia, in the Russian Caucasus. Chechen militants burst into school number 1 and took 1,100 hostages, most of them children. They were crammed into the school sports hall, which was rigged with explosives. A siege began and lasted 3 days until Russian forces stormed the building. 330 people died. More than half were children. Today, nearly 13 years later, the European Court of Human Rights has ruled that Russia failed to protect the hostages. The court found that officials knew an attack was imminent, but did not act, and that in order to end the siege, they deployed disproportionate force. Sarah Rainsford reported on the siege and its aftermath at the time. She returned to Beslan this week. Here's her report.
Zhanna Tsirikhova shows me a photograph of her youngest daughter. Lyse was full of mischief, she tells me, adding that the house is horribly quiet now. Lyse was almost 8 when she died, as the Beslan siege ended in bloodshed. She was there with her sister and mum, held hostage together in their school sports hall. Zhanna cries at times as she describes 3 days of hell and then explosions. When she came to, Lyse wasn't moving and her mother couldn't drag her to safety. Zhanna's pain ever since has been mixed with a conviction that the siege of Beslan was handled disastrously, and anger that no one in Russia has ever been prosecuted for that.
They didn't prevent the terror attack. They didn't rescue us.